Hello and welcome to J.P. Murray's Association Hustle Podcast. President of the Murray Company, JP's mission is to arm today's associations with insight and strategy to thrive in a progressively complex and competitive business landscape. 21st century associations must move forward with a little bit of hustle and revenue development at their core. Here's JP.
Hi, it's JP. Welcome, everybody. Glad to be with you. 6 changes I would make to improve association sales right now. And by the way, I want to do a disclaimer before I ever get started. These are changes that I need to make. These are improvements that I want to make in our own company when we're out there recruiting members, selling sponsorships, or whatever it might be. So, number 1. Connect with multiple people within the prospective member company that we're selling a membership to. We rely on others too much to carry our water. We've got multiple stakeholders involved in making decisions about any kind of sale right now, but we're basically finding and using our champion within the prospect to be our distributor. We're relying on them way too much, and frankly, it's not fair to them. They don't know all the questions that could be asked of the value prop. We've got to have multiple relationships within a prospective member company to fully take advantage of the opportunity that's around us. Now, in some cases, I get this, our champion may not want you talking to other people. That's tough. I want to make multiple contacts within the company, even if they don't like it. Yeah, will it kind of undermine us at times? Possibly, but I've never really found that to be the problem. In fact, I'd say, hey, we're going to call other people because this is a business solution that we want to provide for the entire organization. And oh, by the way, if you want to talk to anybody in my company, you can talk to them. You can talk to my boss about how we're doing things. So connect with multiple people. We rely on an individual contact when we're selling way too much. Number 2. Interview suppliers, associates, or whatever this membership category you have that are the vendors to your industry and learn what they want from the relationship. I think the opportunity here is we haven't really identified what they truly want. If they want sales leads, if they want fortified business contacts, man, I can bring that to them in a variety of different ways that doesn't require an in-person meeting. They have multiple ways in their own company to develop sales leads. Are they just relying on cold calls to get the deal done? Of course not. So what can we do to help solve their business development issues or help them with that? We are relying too much on the platform or the delivery system and not asking them the true thing that they are seeking from their association relationship. Number 3, use a team approach to sales. Are we implementing a plan with the association CEO, maybe the chairman, anyone to drop in during the sales process? We know that influencers can help move the needle. We know the endorsement means so much. I've seen data that says, hey, if you include an endorsement in your sales process, you may increase the likelihood that that happens by double-digit percentages. But we don't use it until the prospect asks for it. Why is that? Number 4, connect the government relations team to sales. This is where I'm going to get a little bit controversial today. Government relations and advocacy is one of the top 3 reasons why companies join an association. It's always in the top 3 of any of the hundreds of interviews that we do on a yearly basis about the value of membership. Here's what I would love to do. Pay the government relations team on commission. How valuable is the advocacy to members based on the influence, the number of members retained, the new members the government relations team helps us recruit? Give them a piece of the action. Have a big chunk of their compensation based on the sales of membership and the retention of membership. My guess is they'll become much more collaborative with us in the sales process. One of the worst performing areas, I believe, in associations today is the connection between the government relations team and the membership. And this requires leadership. It really does. I think this comes from the top. The CEOs of our associations must connect and integrate the government relations team to the most fundamental part of membership because it is what they see as valuable. And oh, by the way, it is the thing that the association community can do kind of in a unique way. They can't move the needle on their government relations and advocacy priorities individually like they can through an association, and we all know that. So why do we have these folks on an island all the time? Government relations team never talks to the membership team. Membership team asks for help from the government relations team, and they rarely get it. Number 5, increase the rigor on what is a true membership prospect using data. 60% of our closed memberships happen in the first 45 days. Let me repeat that. 60% of our closed memberships happen in the first 45 days. But there's a myth out there that membership sales takes a long time. No, the folks that don't join take a long time. It just takes us a long time to realize that, We appreciate that people are nice, they keep a dialogue, but they aren't moving forward. It's a pipeline mirage that makes everyone feel good. So I want you to think about giving the prospect a chance to get off the hook very early. Once you can see and feel that the momentum is being lost or you're not getting a response, send them a note that says, or give them a call that says this: you may have decided to join another association. I get it. I may have provided a ridiculous membership proposal. And 3, you want to join, just haven't told me yet. Any of those things or another reason is quite okay. Just let me know so I'm not wasting your time or my time. Give them a chance to get off the hook, and it will help you close things faster and get these pipeline mirages out of the system. My final thought for you today on things that I need to make better in association sales is this: understand what the prospect is going through. I know what I'm going through. I want more revenue for our clients so they can fulfill their mission. But I called an association exec the other day in our pipeline about working on a project, and it's probably going to happen. I got a good feel for it. It's happening pretty quickly, but they had their annual meeting this week. How tone deaf is that? That's my mistake. So whenever you make that call or you're connecting, you want to make sure that you've got a little bit of discipline and a little bit of self-awareness, but a little bit of prospect awareness here to see what they're going through right now and understanding that. That is the biggest thing that affects the sales process, is what the prospect's going through, not how bad I want it. Changes to make. I'm putting them out there so I'll make progress in our own shop and the way we do it at the Murray Company, for sure. This is like when you make that promise or write that check and you don't know if you got enough cash to cover it in the account. That's what I'm doing here. I'm putting this out so I'll make changes in our own company because I see these as gaps. I'm so pleased that you would listen to the podcast. I've got a special offer. If you would like a complimentary copy of my first book, Association Hustle, just send me an email, jp@murraycompany.com. I'll give you a little form to fill out and we'll send it right out to you. Thank you so much for listening. I can't wait to chat again next week.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of JP Murray's Association Hustle Podcast. We'd love to connect with you. Check out our blogs at murraycompany.com and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. You can also connect with JP on LinkedIn and Twitter @JP Murray, as well as the Murray Company's Instagram and Facebook page. To purchase a copy of JP's book, Association Hustle, Top Strategies for Association Growth, go to jpmurray.com.